Hello, everyone, dear conscious manifestors. What is consciousness? What does it mean when we say consciousness is the only reality? If you are familiar with Neville's work, you know this is a phrase from Neville, and someone requested this video. They asked me to make a video about consciousness is the only reality and what it means. So, if you don't know what it means, it's time for you to learn, right? It's time for you to know because once you understand what it means, consciousness is the only reality. This is going to change the way you see yourself, the way you see the world out there, and the way you manifest your desires. So be sure to stick all the way to the end of this video. And if you like the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment. Also, I love to read your comments, answer your questions. And by the way, I am also a coach, as many of you know, but for those who don't know yet, I teach you how to manifest your desires and transform yourself. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Consciousness is the only reality. It means that what you are conscious of, what you are aware of being, is the only reality. And based on what you are conscious of, based on what you are aware of being, reflects into your world of shadows. Nothing happens in the 3D. It's only a world of shadows, only a world of reflection. The only reality is consciousness, meaning, again, who you are conscious and aware of being. This is why Neville taught consciousness is the only reality, because what you see out there, even though it seems real, and it is real in its own world, in its own dimension, the reality that you are creating for yourself out there in that world of shadows is based on who you are being inside. This is why sometimes, many times, people ask me, why did I manifest this or that? I don't remember necessarily entertaining the thought of this or that, and it's still manifested in my life. The reason is that you don't have to think specifically about something to manifest it, but whatever has manifested is based on the belief that you have about yourself or about a specific situation or about a specific person. So, for example, I have a client. She said that when it's only her and her SP, he doesn't act the same way than when it's her and her SP and his daughter. When his daughter is here, he acts completely differently and he ignores her. He ignores my client. So while my client didn't necessarily thought about some specific things that manifest such a behavior on the part of her SP, she did, we find that out together, right? She did realize that she had the belief that her SP favors his daughter over her, that she is more important to him than her. So even though it was something she was not fully aware of doing, this was a deep assumption that she didn't pay attention to. But one thing is for sure, because consciousness is the only reality, that reality within her was showing up in the screen of the 3D, because that's all the 3D is. Every time you see something in the 3D that you do not like, that you do not want, you need to turn around and look at yourself and ask yourself the question, what is it that I am doing? Maybe well down under the surface, right? Something you're not aware of, at least not right away. But ask yourself the question, what is it that I am doing inside? What is it that I am believing about myself, about the world in general, about that person that is concerned, about whatever that may be? What is it that you are constructing within yourself that is projecting into the world of shadows? Because that's what I told this client. As hard as it is for her, maybe still to understand this, I reminded her, everything that you see in your world, it's you. It is showing you who you are, basically. The 3D is not detached from you. The 3D is not trying to give you a lesson. The 3D is not trying to punish you. And the 3D is certainly not acting on its own. The 3D is a reflection of who you are in consciousness. And this is why we say consciousness is the only reality, because it's that reality within that is going to be projected out into your world of shadows. Because the 3D is like a white screen on which we are projecting a movie. And basically, you are the projector, right? You are the projector of your mind, the projector of your assumptions and beliefs, the projection of who you believe that you are. You are projecting it onto the screen of 3D. And if you see 3D as that white screen that is completely impartial, just the same as the white screen of a movie theater is a blank screen that is completely impartial. And on there, you can project a comedy, you can project a drama, you can project an horror movie, and whatever you are projecting onto that white screen, it's going to show you back onto you through your eyes and brain what it is. It's the exact same thing with the screen of life, the screen of the 3D. Whatever lives inside you, whatever you assume to be true, absolutely whatever and everything that you assume to be true is projected out onto the screen of life, onto the screen of the third dimension. And this is why consciousness is the only reality. And something that is important to understand to be able to change your life, if there are things that you want to manifest in your life that you don't have right now. Your state of consciousness is what manifests. This is why consciousness is the only reality, because that state of consciousness is what manifests. The state of consciousness that you are in right now will determine your thoughts, the actions that you are going to take, and how you react to things. Everything stems from the state that you are in, the state of consciousness that you are in. And the reason why so many people are saying that they are not manifesting what they want, even though they're doing everything as they say. And the reason is just trying to get something, just being in the state of getting something. What does that imply? Well, it implies that you don't have it, that you are not it yet, right? And whatever you're not yet, whatever you don't have yet, well, you don't have it. Therefore, right away, it puts you in the state of lack, a state of consciousness of lacking whatever it is that you say you want. And as long as you are lacking in consciousness, in awareness, from within, in imagination, all those things mean the same thing, by the way. If lack is within, what do you think you are going to see out there in the screen of the 3D? Well, you are going to see that lack. Because again, remember the 3D is only a white screen on which you are projecting whatever is within your state of consciousness. And if lack is there, well, lack has to show up. If I have a white screen in front of me right now and I throw some blue paint at it, what do you think is going to show on that white screen? Is it going to show yellow paint, red paint, green paint, purple paint? No, it's going to show blue paint because that's what I threw on the screen, right? Remember, I threw some blue paint on that screen. Therefore, the only color that can show on that screen, it's blue. This is exactly how it works from within. So as I said at the beginning of the video, once you understand what it means, consciousness is the only reality, it's going to help you. It's going to help you to change who you are. It's going to help you to change the way you see the world. And it's going to help you to manifest your desires much, much faster. This is why we always say the only thing that matters is who you are being inside. That's all that matters. Because the 3D is just showing you who you are. The 3D is you experiencing yourself in the world of shadows, in the world of forms, in the world where you can touch and smell and see things with your physical eyes. This is why there is no need to be upset with your 3D, to react to your 3D, to be scared of your 3D. Just recently, I helped someone, a new client, who is full of fears, for example, overwhelmed with fears to the point of being afraid to simply imagine that she is occupying the perfect job for her, because she's afraid that by doing this, she will lose the job that she has now. But when you understand, guys, that your 3D is you projected out, why are you fearing anything? In that case, it means that you are fearing yourself, right? Because you are the operant power. This is why consciousness is the only reality. Who you are being is the only reality, because who you are being at the base, at the source, is also God, right? You have the power. So when you fear your own thoughts, you fear your own mind, you are fearing your own imagination, you are really afraid of your own shadow. You are fearing yourself. So this is why, guys, it's very important to understand this law correctly. Because how many times I have people coming to me saying that they have read Neville, at least some of his work already, but it seems that they have not understood what he meant, though. And truth be told, Neville is not someone you should read only once, especially if the first one you read, Neville, you were not fully aware and awake. They probably half or more than what you read went above your head and you didn't even understand much of anything. So it's important to read Neville more than once to really understand the basics of this law. Because really, why do I always speak about Neville? It's because he's a very good, not to say the best teacher that taught about the law and that helped people understand that we are not just those little powerless human beings, but we are God within. We are this awareness, this consciousness from which everything in this world out there, the world of shadows, as he called it, is only a reflection of that, only a reflection of who we are being inside. And please, guys, don't be afraid of your own imagination. Why would you be afraid of your own imagination? What you should be afraid of is imagining fears. Because when you imagine such a fear as, oh my God, I'm afraid to imagine my perfect job because I'm going to lose this sucky job that I don't want anymore. Really, what are you doing? You are imagining your own fears. And this is why, in that case, your life is definitely less than anything that you want, less than perfect, for sure. Don't be afraid of your own imagination. Imagination is God. Imagination is that God force within that consciousness, within that awareness. And when you use it the right way, meaning you get out of your own way with your little ego human self, you get that out of the way and you trust imagination, right? You trust that power that was given to you as you were born. You trust imagination and you trust that whatever you imagine to be true is true to you. So this is why right now, this person was saying how bad her life is. But it is because it's reflecting her imagination. Your life will always be reflecting your imaginal world. Because your imaginal world is your consciousness. And consciousness, again, it's the only reality. So when you get out of your own way and you understand that you are source, that you are God within, whatever you want to call it, and thus by imagining and feeling that you are the person you want to be, everything start to change for you. The way you feel start to change because your whole energy start to change and your whole world starts shifting as well. I hope this was helpful, guys. Again, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, and share the video if you can. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.